and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Keep your vehicle clean with the Pirates Cove Car Wash Fast Pass. The Fast Pass allows you to have unlimited car washes every month at every location. Pirates Cove Car Wash has locations in Greenville on 10th Street, Fire Tower Road, and Memorial Drive. Pirates Cove Car Wash, the ultimate car wash experience and the official car wash of ECU Athletics. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. We are starting our ECU Football 2021 opponent previews. Yesterday, we talked to Steve Cotton, the voice of the Marshall Thundering Herd. Coming up on Friday, we'll talk to Adam Witten, the play-by-play voice of the Appalachian State Mountaineers. Today, it is South Carolina Gamecocks Wednesday. We will talk some Gamecocks football with the longtime color analyst for the South Carolina Gamecocks. He is Tommy Suggs, who joins us on the Fixed NC Live line. Tommy, thank you for your time. How you doing today?
I'm fine. Thank you, Cliff.
Yes, sir. And Tommy, want to talk some Gamecocks football with you. And one thing we look at when the schedule comes out, when we know who we're going to play, what's the head coach situation? What's the quarterback situation? Well, a new head coach at South Carolina. So we'll start there, Tommy, with Shane Beamer, a familiar name, certainly a familiar last name. And what's the tell of the tape on Shane Beamer down there in Columbia, Tommy? And how fired up are the fans to see what he can do in year one?
Well, I think no one knows as far as being a head coach, but we knew Shane when he was here for 3 years with Coach Spurrier, he and Emily. Great people, great family, good coach. Of course, he left here to go to coach with his dad up at Virginia Tech, then to Georgia, then to Oklahoma. So he's been around a lot of great, successful coaches and staffs and programs. So, and when they were here, he was very engaged. The fans loved him, the players did. And when we started looking for a coach, a lot of names were dropped out there. We talked to a lot of people, but the former players really came to rally behind him and want him back here. And so I think we got a good one. We knew Shane and Emily pretty well. My wife and I did when they were here. We're good friends of theirs, his parents. And now it's just great to have him, as we say, back home. He's wanted this job for quite a while because he felt like it was such a wonderful place to be, such great potential, now such unquestionably fabulous facilities. And he was born in Charleston when his daddy was head coach at the Citadel. So he has an affinity, and two of his kids, I think, were born in South Carolina as well. So he has an affinity to our state and also to Columbia. Now, with that said, he's never been a head coach. So you got to factor that in a little bit. But he's put together a good staff, and the kids here love him. They love what he's done because he came in and he started working on the culture here. I think our culture had gotten a little bit out of whack from what it was when we were number 4 in the country and winning 11 games and so forth. But he focused on values. He focused on culture. He made sure that the kids understood that. And, boy, the kids have bought in. Hook, line, and sinker, they're with him 100% and all excited. Fans are as well. We're trying to set a new record, all-time record on new season tickets sold. And that's going to be interesting because we're about at we're close to the record now. So that's a little bit maybe unusual in college athletics right now because of all the stuff going on in the pandemic and all, but a lot of excitement here. A lot of excitement because he's such a likable guy and does such a good job. So we're excited about it.
Talking to Tommy Suggs on the Fixed NC Live line. Great breakdown of Shane Beamer, the new football coach, head football coach there at South Carolina. We got former Pirate Bryce Williams joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios. Former ECU tight end Bryce, good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me.
You've been down there to Columbia for a South Carolina game,
yeah.
And I look back at this one from 2014. And it was, I remember it was a tight game. East Carolina scored late. Cam Worthy caught a touchdown. And then it was basically the Mike Davis drive, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
He took the ball and held the ball for pretty much the entire fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah. That was very frustrating to watch.
Yeah, from the sidelines, I'm sure it was. Tommy, one thing about South Carolina, and Bryce, you can attest to this, whether the Gamecocks have a good record, bad record, kind of sitting in the middle, the fans are going to show up and the fans are going to be loud. You got a great game day environment down there in Columbia, and that's one of the staples, right, of South Carolina football.
It is. We pride ourselves in that. Our fans are pretty good people from the standpoint of showing up and supporting, and they love college football. They love our Gamecocks. I've talked to Steve Spurrier is a good friend of mine, and we socialize together when he comes back into Columbia about once every month or so, he and Jerry. And he's often said that when he was here, he was playing golf, I guess, in 2014. He was playing golf with a couple of Alabama players in a golf tournament over in Birmingham. And he said both of them told him that the loudest stadium they ever played in their life was in 2010 when we played Alabama here. They were number 1 in the country. We were like number 12, and we beat them 14. And they'd never heard anything like it. So, and the Georgia fans will say the same thing. We were up on them 21-0 halfway through the first quarter about a few years ago, too. But it gets rocking, when it gets rocking, it gets swaying, and it's a nutty place. I mean, but we just got to win and get back on track to make it crazier than ever, and I think we can.
Well, let's talk about the defensive side of the ball. Tommy, what is the quarterback situation there with the Gamecocks, and who are some guys you're looking forward to watching on the offensive side of the ball in 2021?
Well, you got to start with our running back core. Kevin Harris was a surprise last year in the SEC. First team All-SEC running back. Got in that position because of injuries to Marshawn Floyd, who was our number 5-star recruit out of Maryland. He's ready now to play, so I think that tandem would be one of our strengths, probably our strength on offense. We also have another kid behind them that came from Florida State that can really play, had a great spring. So I think we're 3 deep at running back, which you need to be, and all a little different, but all very, very talented. The next strength has got to be our offensive line. We lost one player, but we're pretty good there, pretty good in the offensive line. Tight end, Nick Muse came back again for his 5th year. He's just got preseason All-SEC. The issue probably on offense is going to be our wideouts. Normally, if you look at South Carolina, we put a lot of people in the pros. I think we're the first-rated team in the country is putting people in the pros. And they're normally specialties. They're wideouts, they're defensive backs. Stephon Gilmore, NFL Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year from here. But our wideouts are just they're not experienced. Some have played, they just hadn't performed like we anticipated. We got to have some people step up there, no question. So that's going to be probably a exposure point on our offensive side. Quarterback, we don't know. Luke Doty was a freshman last year, played at the end, very talented, very athletic, needs to work on his throwing game a little bit, but can run it and not be afraid to run it. Now, coaching staff is not afraid for him to run it either. Behind him, we're somewhat suspect. We don't have much experience or somewhat limited in talent behind him, but the kids can play. They want to play, and they will play some, but Luke Doty's our man, so he's got to perform for us, and I think he will. They put him in the right sets, and he works on his throwing. But that kind of wraps up offense, I think.
Good offensive breakdown from Tommy Suggs, who joins us on the Fixed NC Live line. Tommy, looking back at last year, too many, 38, 52, 48, 59, and you're going to see some of these numbers in the world of college football we're playing in right now, but I know that's too many of those numbers for Gamecock fans. So what do you do against that brutal schedule that you're going to play year in, year out in conference play to shore up the defense? How's Coach Beamer going to try to go about fixing that?
I think he's put together a good staff first, and that helps. We need a little switch up there. Secondly, our defensive line is going to be good. We've got a defensive end that's up for SEC, All-SEC. We lost one that was very good. It surprised us, went to the pros. I wish he hadn't because he was a play linebacker. Oh, God, we lost a great linebacker that went early to the pros. But I think overall up front will be pretty good. Change the scheme a little bit. That'll help too. The issue still with us is going to be secondary. We've lost some kids to the pros early. We've had some not play well. We quite candidly we haven't recruited well in that area as we thought we did. But we've got to play aggressively, but also somewhat cautiously. We can't give up the big play. And I think also, I think overall, guys, I think what's going to help us a lot, you can't put it on paper necessarily, is our culture. I think that was a missing piece of this that many people didn't understand until you walk down the halls with this new staff and you see now the kids, you see the coaches, you see what's transpired now that was not there the last few years. Hard to put your finger on it necessarily, but the culture and the values that these kids have now will help us, I think, play better and even play beyond ourselves. We've got some pretty good talent. Don't get me wrong. We're just missing some talent in some special places that the SEC schedule will take advantage of that if you don't have it there. So overall, I think we'll be improved, much improved, really. But our schedule's our schedule. Hell, that's what you play in the SEC. So everybody's got to play it. So, but overall, I think we won't give up that many points as we did last year.
Tommy, help me and the folks here in Eastern North Carolina understand the thinking here. If I give you, and I might be way off base here, these might not be comparable, but say I give South Carolina fans the option to go to Athens and beat Georgia and also win home games against Florida and Auburn. That's on one side. And the other side is to just win the Clemson game at the end of the year on November 27th. Explain to us the Clemson rivalry, and is that higher priority than the SEC? What do you think about that, Tommy?
I don't think it is. I played them 4 years, never lost to them, so that was pretty good for me.
There you go.
But I look at it a little differently maybe, but I got a lot of respect for Clemson. They've developed a good program up there. We've had a great program here too. It just fallen off. And but I think we've been in now the SEC longer than we were in the ACC when I played and won the championship. We were independent for 19 years, but now we're an SEC school by far, and it means I think more to us to beat the big guys in the SEC and climb up that ladder where we were a few years ago.
Yeah.
The Clemson rivalry is very important, no question about it. You beat them, you beat a marquee school in the country right now in football. But and I know if there's any South Carolina people listening to this, they're going to be upset with me probably. But because it was wonderful to beat them 5 years in a row. And as we said, we won that when we won one. We won one. We had a ring for the thumb, and that's what they played and said with that. But I think it's more important to win in our conference, in my opinion. But
Tommy Suggs.
A lot of different opinions on it.
Yeah, and hey, you got 4 up on them, you said, right? So there you go. Tommy Suggs joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. Tommy, how about the series with ECU? The Pirates have been able to get the Gamecocks a few times, but it's been a while. East Carolina 5-14 in the series. You got to go back to 1999, the last time ECU knocked off South Carolina. I remember a game, I guess it was the 96 game, Scott Harley running wild on South Carolina, but the last few times it gone the Gamecocks' way. It was a really fun one in Charlotte where ECU had a lead at halftime, and that did not last long. Yeah, right out of the gate in the second half, South Carolina exploded and won that one 56-37. That was back in 2011. What are your thoughts, Tommy, on this series? There's been some good ones down the line between these two teams.
It really has been. Quite honestly, I don't like playing you because you're good. And you give us a heck of a test, and as you said, you beat us too. So, with a lot of respect for East Carolina, we've had some good trips up there. Sterling Sharp made some great plays a while back, and you like you said, you got us. But I think sometimes, guys, when you're an SEC school, and this is no disrespect to East Carolina or anyone, we tend to come into the game a little big-headed, thinking we're the SEC and no one can beat us, and we get caught. We get stung. And you guys are good enough and have been over the years to do that. If not win, certainly give us good games. And games like East Carolina, clearly on our level, but not a little bit lower than we are, a good program. Got a lot to be proud of. You've had your issues as we have, but I think this year will be a good match. I think anybody we play this year is going to be a good match because we're not quite back to where we need to be. But I think overall, I like the series. We enjoy playing you, and your class act, good fans, and a good football team.
Tommy Suggs joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. It'll be game 2 for each of these teams coming up on September 11th, the home opener for the Pirates, and it's going to be a nooner. It's going to be a hot one, so bring your sunscreen, Tommy, when you come for that date at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium.
You know, I remember the last time I was there, and I look forward to coming back. I know you've done some additions to your stadium. It's a beautiful campus.
Yes, sir.
We look forward to being there, and hopefully I don't have to bring my sunscreen. I hope I'll be inside the booth over there.
We'll have a nice spot for you in the new press box, Tommy. You'll be fine there for sure.
That'll be good. I look forward to that.
Tommy, thank you for joining us. We'll reconvene the week of the game and talk more football with you, but have a great summer, and we appreciate your time here today.
I appreciate being included in this. Thank you so much, and best of luck to all of you.
Thank you. There is Tommy Suggs joining us, longtime color analyst for the South Carolina Gamecocks, and said some things there that are true. We don't like to hear them, but also could be potentially used as, motivation, Bryce Williams.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Like,
definitely.
Grand scheme of things, SEC outweighs the AAC.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the program, South Carolina's won 14 of the 19 matchups, but where these programs are right now, ECU certainly on the rise with Mike Houston, and I think South Carolina is very gettable, very beatable in 2021. And hell, you guys about had them in Columbia when you played.
I saw it was lost by 10 points, but
you lost by 10, but you had cut it to 7 before that 12-minute, 13-minute drive.
13-minute drive. Yeah, I mean, I think if circumstances we would have had some players on the field that I think we needed during that game. Things would have been a little different, but obviously things happened throughout the week and everything. So that one kind of hurts because I feel like things could have been different then.
Who are we missing? You don't want to say?
No,
we were missing some key members. I don't remember.
Yeah, on the defensive side of the ball.
Okay. Was it a defensive tackle?
It was.
Yeah, you probably want that guy.
Yeah.
Being a monster. In the trenches,
in the
right?
Trenches, yeah. That I think that maybe not, but probably mainly more so was one of the problems I think could have helped stop the run.
God, it made me say, "Dang!"
A lot, yeah. That one was sort of that was a hard pill to swallow because you're just like, man, he's been a key player.
I remember my buddy Philip Henry always say when they play Navy how like bored and stiff you get watching them chew up all the clock.
Oh yeah,
that drive literally. I need to find it.
I think it was like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, and all you could do was kind of go to the edge on third down and say, "All right, let's get this one stop."
Right, it's 3rd and 4 or something. Bam, they get it. You're like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. So I was so mad after that game just because had them right there, and how awesome would it be? Obviously to beat an SEC school at the home field. That'll be a little regret. 21-06.
Oh, sorry. I meant to put 2016. I'm going to look at it.
So that game was very frustrating.
Because I got another frustrating one for Pirate fans, and that was Coach Mo about to go 3-0.
Oh, that was the Zay Jones 25 catches game.
Oh, yeah.
22 for 190.
Yeah.
And ECU
I remember watching
had so many
red zone appearances,
fumbles in the red zone.
I remember watching that one.
Can we not say who was out for the South Carolina game in 2014?
I'd rather
I wanted to get
it's monster. It was a monster loss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's who I was going
in
to get.
Swampy conditions down there.
Yeah. I just wanted I wanted to take a guess.
Yeah.
My guess would have been
We'll
correct.
tarry no further.
Yeah.
You put it up right up the middle for you.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get it.
Williams joins us here right beside me.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's no other way to say it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I remember watching that game. I was so mad during that game, and I was sure a lot of us were.
4 turn. This is I hate numbers like this.
Golly.
519 total yards to 312 for South Carolina.
Brutal.
The
That
day
was coming off the NC State
the
win.
day that Motown died. We didn't know it yet. We were still excited.
Right.
But that led to loss after loss after loss.
That was the end.
And we were so close
Dude,
there.
I remember. I bet a lot of people remember that day.
And then we got a shellacking the next week at Virginia Tech.
Yeah. And then I went back to that Charlotte game. I don't know if you remember that one, Bryce, before your time at ECU, when Dominique Davis was throwing lobs to Lance Lewis on Stephon Gilmore.
Oh, gosh.
Justin Hardy had his first career touchdown as a freshman. ECU's up double digits at halftime, and then they, fumble the kickoff. And then South Carolina scores. They immediately fumble again. It just went to hell in a handbasket. We're snake bit against this team. We owe them one or two.
I'd be awesome to beat them in Dowdy Ficklin this year. Golly.
What I remember about that South Carolina game in 2011 was we didn't know who South Carolina was going to start at quarterback. They started a freshman, I believe.
Their guy got in trouble.
Connor Shaw.
Was it Shaw or the other guy?
I think Garcia was the one that came in.
Garcia. It was Garcia. Yeah. That's exactly who it was. That's what I remember about that.
He didn't play. The other guy was kind of bad, and then they brought in Garcia, and the comeback was on at that point. And they had a bunch of NFL guys. They were really
Alshon
good.
Jeffrey.
Yeah, he was in that game.
Stephon Gilmore.
Do they have a Sanders? Yeah, Gilmore was getting dunked on by Lance Lewis for a lot of those plays.
Yeah.
Was it Ace Sanders? I think
that sounds right.
Yeah. Scott says, Bryce, your game against Virginia Tech in 2015 in the rain was pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. I think that was at home, right?
Yeah.
That was your most photographic game. There's a lot of great photos of you from that game. For whatever reason, I don't know why the cameras were on you.
Like the wet hair.
Yeah,
we actually
is getting it.
Actually, there's a graphic we use for you that I think is from that game.
Oh yeah, if I'm going to use a picture of Bryce, it's from that game because the pictures are great.
Oh, cool deal! I didn't know that. Yeah, it was. That
no! Dang, that sucks.
Dang.
Yeah. I remember that game being pretty good, but I'm glad we at least have a good record against Carolina and Virginia Tech. But an SEC school would have been pretty cool.
It was a monsoon.
Look at my man here. Going airborne. This isn't one of ours, but Bryce Williams.
Oh, wow. Look at the flow.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Where
we do have that photo.
That is a cool picture.
I have it in the box.
That was that.
Did you catch that ball?
Yeah, that was a touchdown.
Okay.
I could have had two at Virginia Tech.
That's the one right before you didn't get on the field for the extra point.
Yeah.
Bryce got those big yellow gloves in that Virginia Tech game. Those things look extra sticky for some reason.
Yeah.
The Virginia Tech game in 2015, I watched that whole game under the bleachers at the concession stand because they have the game playing on a TV. And it was raining the whole time, and I didn't have a poncho. So I literally stood there the whole time and watched the game from there.
I'm fascinated by Bryce's different hairstyles.
I know. Look, I
got to be honest, man. I'm not a fan on that.
How long did it take you? How long did it take you to grow?
You didn't cut it, did you?
I mean, to get to that length. I mean, I trim it, but I mean, to get to where it was noticeably long is probably like a year and a half. And then from then on, it's kind of growed a little more, trim a little, maybe half an inch or, something, nothing too crazy.
For the first time you reported the Patriots camp, you had the bad haircut.
Yeah.
You told us about that.
Is that right?
So during OTAs, my hair was looking good, nice and long, and then reporting to training camp after the summer break is when it was just...
You had the Dutch boy haircut. It was
terrible.
Not a good look.
I was like, dadgummit. I was so ridiculous because me and Terry were actually walking up the stairs and you see it from behind. You see my hair from behind. I look ridiculous.
Let's get a break in. We'll come back. We're going to make you a winner. But we got to get a Big Rock update from Bryce Williams. He was out on the boat last Thursday. We'll recap his day, talk about that. We got our Wood Ducks Wednesday giveaway and more to go on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
You've worked hard to start your business and working even harder to make it successful. And that's why it's important to have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from Select Bank and Trust, and as the business world throws you curveballs, we're here to be responsive to your needs. Our team of local bankers can make local decisions and cares about you, the customer. Get the business services that are right for your business today with Select Bank and Trust. Bank local, bank select, member FDIC.
You demand perfection. That's why you drive the perfect car. Okay, maybe it's not exactly perfect, but it's perfect to get you to Domino's for their perfect $7.99 carry-out deal. Carry out any 3-topping pizza or a 10-piece order of wings, smothered in delicious sauces like hot buffalo, garlic parmesan, and honey barbecue, just $7.99 each. Demand the perfect carry-out deal at Domino's. Carry-out only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary. Excludes XL and specialty pizzas. Crust availability varies by size.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting pirates.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP,
where business goes to grow.
Hey, Troy D here for my friends at Villa Verde. If you know me, you know I love being outside, but finding a good place to eat outside can sometimes be tough. Well, our pals at Villa Verde have fixed that. Not only does Villa Verde have awesome, unique, one-of-a-kind dishes here in Greenville, they also have a brand new outside dining area. And this outside area is sweet. It's covered, you're in the shade, and cooling fans are on. Enjoy the comfort and relaxation of dining outside with our friends at Villa Verde. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good.
Pirate Radio. The voice of the Pirate Nation.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Thinking of remodeling your home or business? AG's Home Solutions has been serving the remodeling needs for Eastern North Carolinians since 2017. The company specializes in additions, kitchen and bath remodels, historic preservation, commercial upfitting, and new construction. AG's Home Solutions offers a full-service design center and showroom staffed with a knowledgeable sales and design consultant ready to help with any remodeling project. Visit aghomesolutions.com to get started today. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. Man, what a night. We got Conley Rose for the right to go to the state championship. That's at 7 o'clock out of D.H. Conley. You got night one of the city championship as Remax takes on Host Lions. Good luck to Remax. Good luck to Host Lions as my buddy Matt Hager's son.
Yeah, he told me that.
Playing for Host Lions. We were talking about that off the air for a moment ago. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And just to cap off a great night of sports in Pitt County, sports trivia at AJ McMurphy's at 8 o'clock. So we got a full night tonight coming up. That'll be a lot of fun. Bryce Williams had a full day last Thursday. We previewed it on Wednesday. We're going to do the recap right now as Bryce was fishing for the first time ever in the Big Rock.
In the Big Rock, yeah.
In the Big Rock. So, Bryce, let's go timeline. What time did your day begin on Thursday?
My day well, the bad thing is, you get there and, you're down at the beach and you're like, oh, let's, go to dinner and let's go out and let's have a little fun.
Maybe not chase a goat necessarily, but have a good time.
Well, yeah. I mean, a goat was getting there, but not too bad. So, you get up and we went to bed probably after you get settled in about 12, 11:30, wake up about 4 o'clock, 4:15, something like that. Yeah. So we left the dock right. I tell you, they are punctual when it comes to that. We left the dock right at 5 a.m. Ran out there, which is nice because you're accommodated well in the salon area. So we went all the way. I think we ran like 95 some miles, like on the other side of the Gulf Stream.
How long does that take?
Shoot, I was probably flirting with 3 hours or so. But I mean, you're sacked. So I pretty much slept the whole time, which was nice. Getting out there, and we get out there right around 8:30. The guys are getting things ready. There's maybe I think 1 or 2 boats in the distance you can see. And like I said, once punctual, you can lines in at 9. And sure enough, as soon as it hit 9 o'clock, and we trolled for about 6 hours. That's about how long you can fish till. And trolled for 6 hours. We had one come up to the spread. I think we're marking them, but never ate. So unfortunately, we didn't catch anything, not even a bite. And unfortunately, it was a pretty long day, but it was still a cool experience to know that there was a potential. And good news, I guess it's good news. I found out like there was one guy ahead of me in the angler spot, but I was number 2. So if something happened, I had a pretty good chance of possibly being on the rod. So, so that was cool out there. But I tell you, I think there were several, fish released, but it must be a crapshoot, is what I'm seeing. Because out of 270 boats, I think 6 marlin were boated, as in like brought into the scales. It's like 6 or 7. So the ratio to get, it's got to be 400 plus. At least
you're talking about the whole tournament.
Yeah, the whole tournament.
So it was a record number of boats, record purse number, and a pretty small number of marlins actually brought.
Brought. I think there was. Who was I talking to? I think a buddy of mine. Yeah, a buddy of mine I was talking to said normally there's like I think 300 or so releases. I guess total fish caught, and this year it was like 150 or so releases.
Wow.
So I mean, it just was slow fishing. We were talking, and he said the good water was here last week. With a week prior.
Maybe there would have been more.
Yeah, and I guess it moved up towards like more north, Oregon Inlet and past Hatteras, because you can't fish past the Hatteras shoal or whatever they had said. So yeah, it was tough fishing, and I mean, like you said, only 6 fish getting brought to the scales out of 270. You see how difficult it is to catch them. But it was it was a fun time, and glad to be a part of it. So I got to do that, and then of course I went to Winston, and of course got on the water, or wet a line in the water on Saturday. So we went on the river. So
you got a little bit of the best of both worlds there.
Yeah, some fresh and salt water.
There you go. What we talked about this last week, Bryce. Most important thing to me. What is the snack situation? What's the food situation?
The snacks. There was quite a bit. I tell you, it was good sandwiches, good deli meats. Bunch of variety of chips.
Okay.
Some guys were munching on Nutty Buddy bars, ice cream bars.
So you got some options.
Fruit. In the morning they had sausage, just the Jimmy Jean sausage biscuits.
Oh yeah.
Pinwheels.
Mm-hmm. Like the pecan swirls things?
Yeah. Pecan swirls.
Yeah.
That's about all it's...
No, that's enough. That's good.
So, yeah, it was quite accommodating.
So is it like in soccer, sometimes you have these 0-0 games, but they're intense because at any moment a goal could happen?
Oh, yeah.
Is that kind of how you feel out there? You didn't catch anything, but like you were always ready, like kind of...
Oh, yeah, you're always, any moment, because most of the time you're just lounging around, because most the mates really do a lot of, do all the work. The captain, he's in the driver's seat from 5 a.m. till 6 p.m. when you get back, or 5, he's nonstop. So we're kind of just hanging out, waiting for, hey, we got one in the spread, or we're tracking one, and all that. So, you just kind of stay on your toes.
We got an update. I don't know if you heard CJ Struck on Monday. I had him.
I remember I seen that he was here Monday. How'd that?
I had him translate your text to me because I don't know. I don't know what a spread is, but he explained it well. I mean, you have white marlin. Now, what's the difference between white and blue? Is it a size thing?
I think size is more of a the blue marlins obviously are bigger than white marlins.
But the spread is where all the lines are cast. I guess is that right?
Yeah.
And you had a couple that were interested, but as you texted so eloquently, they weren't hungry.
Right, hungry.
And CJ said you get like sometimes they'll come up, they'll put their nose on it, they'll mess around with it a little bit, but they won't. They won't attach, I guess.
Yeah, and I've never seen it for myself. CJ definitely was the guy to talk to about it because I would have liked to have seen him at least up in there and messing around and you're pitching baits to them, but something about getting them to eat at times. They're, I guess, finicky or smart or won't make sure it's a good meal or something before they waste all that energy. I guess.
Well, maybe next year. You think you'll get out there again?
I would hope so. That'd be cool to do that again and have better luck or just be out there fishing this summer or it's a totally different setup if you're fishing for marlin really unless we solely try to do it, but I'm gonna try to. I'm ready to get back out there and catch at least some dolphin or wahoo or shoot tuna. I think that's more the winter, so I got a while to that. I think
there's a big story going on right now where the tuna at Subway it has zero tuna in it.
Oh.
Subway tuna sandwiches do not contain any tuna DNA, say lab test commissioned by New York Times. Bryce, what the hell's in there?
That's a good question. I would like to know that. That's jacked up. I mean, how you going to say tuna salad sandwich and you are getting
You're getting something else.
You're getting mush.
A little scary.
I mean, it's at least fish.
I've had quite a few of those during my day. So
that's my question: is it at least fish? Like if it's not tuna,
at least it's
and it's some other white fish.
That's not bad. I mean, that's okay.
Right.
But what if it's like just like a tofu type thing?
Like
then they don't need to call it
like
tuna.
It's not really a hamburger. It's just
the impossible tuna
sort
sandwich.
of like
yeah.
That's, made up.
That's terrible. I wonder if there's any kind of legal issues with that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's at the very bare minimum, there's misadvertisement for like 35 years. People have been eating that tuna sandwich for a minute.
And can I get something out of this for all the tuna sandwiches I've eaten?
Receipt somewhere.
Yeah, I got to find
a lot of fake tuna sandwiches over the years.
And maybe it's why my immune system is so great. Like whatever these awful things I'm putting into my body. All right, we got to take another time out. On the other side, we got to get Troy D's Little League Championship prediction. He nailed the 2 games earlier this week.
Oh wow!
If there's if there's one thing he knows, it's Little League baseball. He'll call in just a moment.
Nice.
But right now, calling in is you, the listener, trying to win a great prize on the Pirate Radio Booty Bag. Boom, 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 boom. The hell is that?
Goodness gracious.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
My mistake.
I don't know if you've noticed, that's not Shirley sitting over there today.
I know. Her voice sounded a little different.
Yeah.
It's Chandler. Hey,
buddy.
Where is she today?
Shirley is camp counseling this week. She'll be back with us next week. Chandler's doing a great job.
Until now.
He sounded good when I was coming in. He was talking about, he introed you very well.
Yeah, had a great intro.
Thanks, bud.
Glenn Griffin also here today. And now we're going to make you a winner And a great prize pack can be yours. You got to come here to pick it up. 4 tickets to the Wood Ducks for Thursday, July 15th. Lunch for 2 at Tiebreakers, a large 2-topping pizza from Domino's, and a T-shirt from University Sportswear. It can all be yours if you are caller number. What do you want to do, Chandler?
Let's do caller number 12.
Caller 12, 317-1250 will make you a winner.
Make them wait.
More Bryce Williams when we return after this.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
Tommy's Express Wash, now open on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road in Greenville.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory ever. Brand new Adidas is arriving daily, along with Under Armour, Columbia, and Russell Athletic. UBE is loaded with cargo, and new items are being added daily to PirateWear.com. Be sure to check out our children's store, The Crow's Nest, for all of your young pirates. UBE and PirateWear.com, an ECU tradition for 50 years. Go Pirates!
This is East Carolina head football coach Mike Houston, and I'm proud to announce that our ladies clinic is back this summer on July the 30th. This evening will provide a behind-the-scenes look at ECU football and a chance to meet the players, coaches, and their families. The evening will end with an entertaining dinner and social. Sign up today at MikeHoustonFootballCampsLLC.com. We look forward to seeing you there. Go Pirates!
Do you find yourself hungry, but looking for some new and different options? Then the Bodega Market Cafe in Uptown Greenville is for you. They offer a full-service menu featuring breakfast, lunch, and dinner, also with a variety of unique vegan selections. Dine in or sit outside in their great outdoor dining area. Plus, they're always ready for pickup or delivery. Open 24/7 for your convenience. The Bodega Market Cafe, located in Uptown Greenville, across from the BB&T.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. He's going into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame after a career scoring average of just 5.7 points per game in the NBA. Who in the world is it? We'll tell you who next.
The Pirate Radio Podcast.
Don Edwards.
My dad was a great salesman, and he met a guy named Alec Dale from Richmond, Virginia, and actually talked him in to building a building for him. And I think the rent was like $200 a month, and that was a huge step to pay that kind of rent. But we stayed in that building from 63 to 72, and that's where we kind of got our start.
Listen to every Pirate Radio podcast now by visiting our podcast channel and subscribing in Apple iTunes or SoundCloud. The Pirate Radio Podcast is powered by White Claw Hard Seltzer, proudly distributed by Coastal Beverage.
The answer to the question of who averaged just 5.7 points per game in his NBA career and is headed to the Hall of Fame, it's Ben Wallace, who made a name for himself in Detroit with the Pistons when they won an NBA title in 2004 and had 5 straight 50 or more win seasons. Wallace played up the road at Virginia Union, a Division II school in Richmond. He tallied 10,482 rebounds and only 6,254 points. He never shot better than 50% from the free throw line and had twice as many blocked shots as made free throws. His defensive presence was the backbone of those Detroit teams during the going-to-work era. He is still beloved in the Motor City. So there you have it. Ben Wallace with a career scoring average of 5.7 points per game going into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. Come on back again next time and we'll visit inside the booth.
The best place for delicious food and great prices is Familia. Familia has something for everyone, like New York-style pizza, lasagna, chicken, veal, or eggplant parmesan, homemade meatballs, plus a variety of seafood selections and favorites, like the steak burger and southern pork chop. If you need food to go, Familia's drive-thru window is open and ready for all takeout orders. Familia, Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College, and FamiliaNC.com.
This is Coach Steve Shankweiler, offensive line coach for East Carolina University football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back to the show. Watch all of Pirate Radio's local programming on YouTube Live. Go to YouTube and search for Pirate Radio TV and subscribe today. Watch Pirate Radio Live Monday through Friday from 3 to 6. And make sure you go to YouTube and search Pirate Radio TV and subscribe today. Congratulations to Josh Thomas, who was the winner of our Wood Ducks ticket giveaway today. Now back to the show. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live. Not a fan of the I don't know if my fat neck would even allow me to.
You button a polo to the top.
The guy on TV's got the top button going on
not
his
a
shirt.
good look, man. It's very uncomfortable.
I know. It feels like he's choking himself. Like,
I don't
makes
like
his
it.
head look weird.
I have seen people do it, but I think people do it maybe more with like the button ups. Doing it with the polo just seems not right.
Looks very strange. We were talking about Subway not having tuna in their tuna. Scott said Subway has been sued because their footlong was not a footlong. It was actually 11 inches.
Really?
So they're cutting a lot of corners.
I tell you what,
I've
Subway's
seen
starting
where
to
they
rub
have
off
like
on me all the wrong way.
I've seen where like people are like that crazy where they actually get like a ruler out and measure, and if it's anywhere below 12 inches, they're like, all right, I want this.
That person's going to win the lawsuit too, just because, I guess. But
I always bring in the thing from the shoe store, the metal.
I like it.
Lay
my sub on this
I lay it
metal
on
foot.
there, and I measure it. I make sure it's 12 inches. All right, let's head out to the Fixed NC Live line. Talk to our Greenville Little League handicapper, Troy D. 2-0 on Monday. Called one of the games exactly. And Troy, we had to get your picks for game 1 tonight. Greenville Little League City Championship, Remax versus Host Lions. Welcome to the show, first of all, Troy, and hope you're doing well.
I'm doing good, and let me just also thank our sponsors, both of which have no issues, and that's Jimmy John's and Jersey Mike's, both great places to go and don't have any of those issues that Subway Place does.
There you go. You want a good sub? There's a couple of great options for you.
Right.
They have real tuna. All right, Troy, Host Lines and Remax. Before you give us your score, because I expect you to hit it on the head. You did it the other night. Tell us a little bit about these two teams, Troy. What should we know about Remax and Host Lions?
Well, Clip, before we get into that, let's talk about the biggest game, the biggest high school game in county history, as you know.
Yeah.
Because you've got two major games going on. You got the city championship going on tonight, and then you have Rose Conley to decide who goes to the state championship. And as we talked about with Mullis, is firm agreement, never seen a bigger baseball game in the history of Fayette County tonight than Rose Conley. And actually, as you know, as we were having an argument off air with him, we asked him to name a bigger high school game than this one, and he couldn't. Even though he said, well, it's not the biggest. And we said, well, tell us a bigger one. And he's like, well, there might have been one as big, but none bigger. So he kind of proved our point in that argument. So how big is that game tonight, Clip? Troy Dreyfus is attending Rose Conley tonight. That's how big that game is.
Wow. Okay.
I'll tell you.
Back to the original setup. Just tell us the damn Little League score tonight.
I love this game. Remax versus North State versus Host Lions. Now, Host Lions is out of the North State League. Remax is out of the Tar Heel League. These two teams are very, obviously you don't get to the championship without being good teams, but I really like this Remax club. And Remax, coached by East Carolina's own Corey Scott, a former All-American.
Pirate legend.
Corey is also the reigning champion of the league. And let me tell you something. Corey was a great player, but I do think he is a better Little League coach than even as he was a player. Corey goes by the rules, but uses the rules to his advantage. He's sneaky. His kids are fast, and they do whatever they got to do to win. And I'm not saying they cheat. They don't. But they definitely, push that envelope to do whatever they can do within the rules to win. He coaches them up good, and I've seen this Remax team play a lot for the past couple of years, and I like them to repeat. And, in fact, I am calling for a sweep of Host Lions. It's the best out of 3 series. I see Remax winning 2 straight.
Wow.
You heard it here first, Bryce Williams. Now, we kind of looked at each other, Troy. What
do you mean by rules? That's where I'm lost.
There's all types of, listen, there's all types of different kind of weird Little League rules that aren't in regular baseball that they have. And I'm just saying, Corey knows and understands the rules of the game up and down. And if you're not familiar with those rules, they can catch you off guard. How you could advance a base runner or can advance a base runner, different things like that. There's different rules in place for Little League with baseball that don't apply for college or the pros. So I think Corey has a firm understanding of those. And as I said, I've seen him use that to his advantage before.
All right.
So it seems off guard.
Troy D, the pick is in. You're calling for a 2-game sweep, so obviously you like Remax to win tonight against host Lions, and Game 2 Thursday, and then if necessary Friday. Is that right?
That is true.
Right.
Next 3 nights looks like they're going to have good weather, so it looks like this thing is on. So Game 1 tonight, and I do plan to attend tomorrow for Game 2, which could wrap it up for Remax if my prediction is correct. But it's been a great season for Little League. Great crowds, by the way. It is free to attend on Elm Street. The atmosphere has been incredible, especially coming off last year, the COVID year, where they were only allowed 25 parents to attend each game. So this time it's been packed. It's been rocking. It's been great to see.
All right, Troy D. Well, our number 1 Greenville Little League handicapper has spoken. We'll talk to you Thursday at 5 o'clock right here on Pirate Radio Live.
See you then.
See you, Troy.
All right. There's Troy D. Speaking of rules, we got one more break, right, Chandler? We don't have a break? Oh, boy. Speaking of rules, let me know if we have a break or not. We do have one more. All right, we'll go to break. Did you know, Bryce, if me and you were playing basketball and I shoot a jump shot, it rims out, and you take it off, it's on the rim, you take it off the rim, slam it, that is called goaltending.
Yeah.
But when you are taking the ball out of bounds, did you know there is no goaltending? And last night, with 0.9 seconds left, Jay Crowder threw an absolute beautiful pass right on the rim that was dunked in by DeAndre Ayton. And the rule is there is no goaltending on an inbound pass. So it is legal to take the ball when it's in the cylinder and throw it in. How about that play?
Dang.
Yeah. We need to recreate that one in Minji's.
Wow.
It's a great dunk.
Did he almost make the shot?
Yeah, he almost threw it in himself.
The play starts with the pass. Like Jay Crowder's pass, I don't think he could have done any
There's
better.
another angle of it. It almost looks like he's playing horse, Bryce, because he almost clips the side of the backboard. But you're right, he almost threw it in. And Ayton's big enough to just tap it in with 0.9 seconds.
I've never seen that in basketball. That's brilliant.
That is a great play, and that won the game.
And he executed. I mean, that could have gone south real quick if he would have hit the back of the backboard.
Yeah, it plays over. Game's over. Yeah. So a beautiful play there.
I'm pretty impressed. That was cool.
Let's take a timeout, Chan Man. We will take a timeout. Just got a picture from Richard Allsbrook. He says, oh, what a sight. The parking lot is full an hour before first pitch.
Jeez.
Conley and Rose.
Where's the game?
They are lined up, baby. Ready for some baseball. It's at D.H. Conley High School at Hollywood Crossroads. Huge one going on tonight between the Rampants and the Vikings. Winner goes to the state championship. All right, we'll wrap up Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get an all-new Buick Encore GX 2021 and save over $3,500 or 0% for 72 months. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Save lives, be a hero, and make $1,000 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. At Grifols, it adds up fast. New donors can earn up to $1,000 in your very first month. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA, 505 South Memorial Drive, Greenville. Find your donor center at grifolsplasma.com. Make up to $1,000 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay.
Jersey Mike's crew doesn't just walk right in and make a sub. We're there early, slicing veggies, baking bread, grilling bacon. Then we walk right in and make a sub, because freshly prepared ingredients make a sub above. The only way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the only way to get it is at Jersey Mike's, because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
The Tauber River Bandits are back, and this year we'll have a full season, and all fans are welcome this year. Come watch some of the best collegiate baseball around with over 20 Division I players on this active roster looking to compete at a high level. We have a family-friendly atmosphere, awesome stadium, food and drink specials, plus the coldest beer on the East. Come do something different with the family this summer with the Tauber River Bandits. 29 home games to choose from. Tickets available at the gate or online at TarboroughRiverBandits.com.
Weekends are made for A.J. McMurphy's. Start your Sunday fun day at A.J.'s. A.J.'s is now serving brunch from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and a build-your-own Bloody Mary bar. Enjoy your weekend with live music on Friday night and Saturday night with no cover charge. And you can catch all of the MLB and ECU baseball action on A.J.'s TVs. See you this weekend at A.J. McMurphy's, Turnberry Square at Bells Fork, and on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat.
Okay, let's just try not to embarrass ourselves and everything will be fine.
Yeah, sure, totally. Is that a Pepsi Wild Cherry?
Oh, no. Please, not here. Not here.
Too late.
You know something, Steve? Flavor Mania is about to run wild.
Oh, not Flavor Mania.
Pepsi Wild Cherry's about to drop a flavor suplex right into your pie hole. It's gonna hit your taste buds with a top rope elbow of flavor. It's gonna be delicious. It's gonna be refreshing. It's gonna throw your wild cherry loving brain right through the announcer's table.
Oh, I can't take you anywhere.
Flavor Mania doesn't need your permission, Steve, because the world knows that nothing is gonna get between Pepsi Wild Cherry and that flavor championship belt. Are you ready to get wild?
Oh, please don't.
Come
get
on,
wild.
Steve. I said, are you ready to get wild?
Seriously, does this always have to happen when you drink Pepsi Wild Cherry?
You better believe it, brother.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. Now available in zero sugar. That's what I like.
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now's the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Coach Blake Carroll, defense coordinator for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back to the show. Live well, move more, and hurt less with Kinetic Physical Therapy. If you're recovering from an injury, getting back into sports, dealing with everyday pain or fatigue, then Kinetic Physical Therapy can help you get back on track and live well. Connecticut has national certified therapists for physical, occupational, speech, and massage therapy, all in a state-of-art facility on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. Visit kineticptgreenville.com today. Let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right, enjoyed today's program. We'll wrap it up. Our Bud Light ECU report is Cliff Godwin, still the head coach of the Pirates, as we sit here wrapping up the show on a Wednesday. Bryce Williams, thank you for hanging out.
Thank y'all for having me.
Enjoyed it. Glenn, we'll see you again tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Chan Man, great job. We'll see you Thursday at 3 o'clock for another edition of Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate